I did it, y'all. I'll crack the code. So, as a tank, and a lot of people think they be tanking. A lot of people say, you know, they're tanking and they're not really tanking. Well, the objective of a tank is to be a meat shield, to be somebody that's absorbing damage, but you gotta look the part too. You gotta look like a tank. And a lot of times, having high regen, having protection from elites, uh, they fool or trick the public into believing that they're a tank. No, you just a DPS with a high survivability, right? And are you really a nuisance? Are you really somebody that's like step over the bodies, get in there, go just sit in the middle of just damage? Are you that kind of tank? Like when you think about tank in any other game, you think about paladins. Paladins can just sit up there and just sponge up so much damage. When you think about tank, you think about the chungas, right? You think about the chungas, and they just come out. Whether it's the grenade launcher, whether it's the Gatling gun dude, whether it's the dude with the hammer, they just out there sponging up damage. So what I decided to do was I already knew Foundry Bulwark is my favorite set. It's the best tank set in the game. You can even like alter it and mod it so that it could be a good survivability set for PvP and keeping yourself alive. But ultimately, going back to that, even in PvP scenarios, your objective is to kill what you're shooting at. What if I told you there was a way to make the Foundry Bulwark work better? Like you probably be like thinking like, all right, there's already a way you use the backpack, use the chest piece. But what if I said there was a way to do it without using the backpack or the chest piece? Hopefully I got your attention now. So I wanted to talk about this set. Let's get it. So as you can see, I'm already using. If I'm using the three-piece foundry, a ninja bike backpack, uh, the motherly love glove for the 25% skill health, and we're using the uh, Legmo bomb armor, right? And I was mostly using it just for the 20% explosion resistance and the skill health. And you probably seen this in other builds other tank builds that I put it on the channel. And if you look, normal, regular, armor, crit chance, crit damage, crit chance for the mod. But then you look at it and you're like, this, how is this a tank build but use a glass cannon? That's the secret sauce though. That is the secret sauce. And as you probably seen in the clip before I even started talking, that 50% amplified damage that you take is the thing that puts the Foundry Bulwark over the top. For anybody who's new to the game or who doesn't know what the Foundry Bulwark does, the Foundry Bulwark is a set that came with Iron Horse. It went through a series of changes over the years to, I guess they felt like, it used to be 3% armor regen. Can you imagine that? It used to be 3% armor regen. This used to be so nasty. People used to run Foundry and lay to death and just run in circles and then mow you down. But I digress. But let's read. Makeshift repairs. Whenever you or your shield takes damage, 25% of that amount is repaired to both over 10 seconds. Right? So if you're taking big hits, your 25% of a big chunk is a lot, especially over 10 seconds, because essentially it's 2.5% every second of the damage that you take. Most times, most times when we're taking damage, we're taking chunks of damage. Maybe like 500, 600k worth of damage. But what if I said that we were going to be able to take those chunks because you have the motherly love and you have the Legmo on, and it makes your shield 21 million. That's 3.5 million away from the cap, because the cap of the shield is 25 million. So you basically have a full power shield, and You will have the Foundry Bulwark in action, just healing you for all the damage you take. But you're increasing the amount of damage because you're amplifying the amount of damage by 50%, and that helps in a plethora of ways. It helps you both on the when you get flanked. When as a shield user you get flanked, and a lot of times they can mow you down from behind. That helps with that. This that glass cannon helps you heal enough to where you can pivot with your shield and reposition yourself. Because with the shield is all about position. If you can reposition yourself and set yourself up for your artificial hive to heal your shield, you're golden. You're and yes, you can solo legendaries with this build. Yes, you can solo pretty much any mission in the game with this build. I've done it with the incursion. I had one of my partners work the faucets and in the flame boss, but other than that, you can pretty much do any mission with this build. It'll take forever. You're not speed running with this build or anything like this, but if you never want to die again, run this. This is what you want to run. This is the build you need. Um, like I said, let's go through the pieces. You have the Foundry Bulwark mask with armor, quick chance, legmo, armor, quick chance, crit damage, quick chance, glass cannon, must have. Foundry Bulwark, weapon damage, quick chance. Foundry Bulwark, weapon damage, quick chance. As you can see, everything's not max roll. I'm only a expertise 9, but my pistol that I was using is only 4. If you look at, I'm using a harvest pistol. It's not max roll. So like all my other builds, this is a blueprint. This is just me playing around and cracking the code, figuring it out. And this is mostly for my tank users, people who want to tank and spank in this game at a high level with a shield and a pistol, like it was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in Division 1, we had the defense with the machine gun. And this one, they say you're gonna use a full body shield and you're only gonna be able to use a pistol. And you're doing a million a shot on crits on the body, and you're doing anywhere from 1.1 to 1.5 on the head. And that's, like I said, it can even get higher based on your expertise. When I max out my pistol damage, when I max out my damage to targets out of cover. For the global modifiers, the ones I'm running. Whenever I need a spike of damage, I'll use the assault link. You can also use the tech link, which you should never really lose your shield unless unless you're being bombarded with bombs. Because with this setup, you'll be able to easily eat 3 to 4 bombs before your shield goes away. And if you time it correctly, you can eat more than that if you eat the bombs in intervals between your shield healing itself. I'm using extra padding for the protection from elite because that's clutch. I'm using the best kind of defense because I couldn't think of what else I wanted to put right there. And headshots are cool. Then you have safety first for hazard protection. But the funniest thing I found out, whenever you have 100% disrupt resistance, like that's the craziest shit up. You have 100% disrupt resistance with this. All you have to do is when the dog is about to go off, whatever you're about to fight, anything with some kind of way to disrupt your shield, just put your hive down. Your hive 100% protects you against disrupt, protect your shield and any one of your skills from being disrupted.
Agent in need of backup.
That's crazy. That is crazy. If we look at my stats for the pistol, because I don't use the other guns, I have 52.8% crit chance. I have 65% crit damage. Um, I really wanna hover around 50%. The 25%, I mean the 65% is cool because most times when you're in a group, it's gonna be coyote mass users, and that's gonna bring you up to 100%. So now you have 100%. So now you're doubling your damage on top of having 120% headshot damage, which is nuts. As far as your armor, we're rocking 1.5. It, armor regen is 15,000. That's cool, but like I said, the starter show is Foundry with glass cannon. Foundry with glass cannon. Uh, I'm really digging this. I'm really digging this build. Hopefully, you guys will be digging this build too. If you have any questions, you have any suggestions, I missed anything, feel free to let me know, man. But in the next one, it's your boy Jamelio. See you soon. Peace.